Well, hello, man.
Hello.
I don't think they know who you are with that mustache.
Mm.
Did Wallace?
Well, I was
Wallace and Gromit
the
have a
Vampire of
mustache? I don't
Australia.
think he did. But
Who?
Jeremy, doesn't he kind of remind you of Wallace from Wallace and Gromit?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't know why.
I don't mind.
Wild
don't know.
stuff.
Wild stuff. Well, we're excited.
Yeah,
We're
if I'd
finally
made
here
of
to do this.
plasticine, I could take the punches better.
Yeah.
How are we?
Oh, fantastic.
Jeremy,
Good.
how you going?
Good. It's crazy. You know, as you can see
Hmm.
by my hobby area behind me, it's insanity. It's holiday. As you know, my first holiday living in a house with elves on the shelf and advent calendars. And so definitely just crazy, but good. It's a good crazy. It's not a bad crazy. Just a good crazy.
Yeah. I have taken a lot of time off. So I took like the whole week of Thanksgiving, and I'm going to take like after is it the 20th? I think it's the 20th, the rest of the year. But it was awesome because like I didn't have to do anything. I could just get up. It was like, what do I want to do today? I'm going to sit on my ass and watch football, or I'm going to put the Christmas village up, or I'm going to put the tree up, or whatever. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Do you see the error message up there?
Which one's it said here?
It says it's having trouble streaming.
Oh,
Oh yeah, it doesn't work with Facebook anymore.
Oh,
yeah,
is
so
that what
if
that's
people are
from?
watching this, we can't broadcast unfortunately to Facebook anymore. The way through StreamYard the way we used to do it. So that's something we'll have to do. But we still have YouTube. And we don't have anybody watching anyway, so it's okay. They can
save it for posterity.
Exactly. Well, they'll watch it, later, and they'll see how awesome all these winners were. So
yeah.
So what have you guys been up to?
Like you guys said, busy, but more at work. I'm saving my time off. I'm going to take most of January off. I think I'll only work about 1 week in January, which will be good.
What are your patients going to do?
Sorry,
you're going to lose your patients. You're going to lose all your patients, man. They're going to go find somebody else.
People wait for the big dog, mate. It's like no.
It's the mustache,
year,
right? That's what it is, right? It's the mustache.
Yeah, exactly. Been cutting back anyway, so that's more management, less client facing time. Been playing with my new printer. It's probably on this camera. I haven't got the right one set up, so that's coming up. Oh, it keeps catching it.
Yeah,
on the new printer, and it's actually I've got it's raised, that little treasure box, and then the number is completely flush, which is nice. Printing in 2 colors.
That's awesome.
It's cool.
Oh, nice.
And then just been trying to get a little bit more out so I can make sure that your shame is maxified. Maximized. Sorry, when we do the year in review.
It's gonna be a bloodbath this year.
It's a bloodbath already. I already know.
It's gonna be a bloodbath.
I haven't picked up a brush in like 6 weeks. So
wow.
I mean, other than terrain, I've painted terrain, but I haven't.
Like you.
Yeah, it's just been. You know what? It's just been like getting the house in order. Christmas is here, and I don't know. It's just that time of the year. There's just a lot of little like loose ends I need to get fixed. Dog got heartworms. Crazy story, but yeah.
Oh, God.
So we're going through that process of. He had heartworms when we got it from the shelter. They tested negative, and then when we tested him a little later, it showed up. So we're going through that process where he's got to go overnight, get the shot, and he's not a calm dog. Like he's not chill. And so the fact that I've got to keep him chill for 60 days, lots of sedatives. He just came up here and just looked at me like he's drunk. I'm like, yeah, you're probably high as a kite. Yeah.
Have you been the one to take charge of Elf on the Shelf, Jeremy, or who's in charge?
Oh, Stacy does the Elf on the Shelf. But just been doing that, so every morning, there's very precise rules, like I can't touch the Elf on the Shelf only if it's very serious, and then if it's touched, you got to give it a candy cane to get its magic back, and it's just like it's like a whole shit show. Well, no, that's okay. Hey, I'm a chicken. My dog didn't just fall down the stairs. Oh.
I
You all right, Bob?
Yeah, we're doing that for the first time this year. We didn't have one, and Jess's mum gave us a couple actually, and yeah, ever since thanks to Zuckerberg, ever since someone mentioned it in my house, they've just been popping up on my Facebook. All the
Yeah. Stacy
effort.
goes crazy though. Like one morning she had it in a sleigh and she had gotten Grant's dinosaur toys and hooked them up with string, and the dinosaurs were pulling the elf on the shelf like on a sleigh. And then one day he made a Christmas tree of potato chips bags. So our elf is very mischievous.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So she's very much a great mom when it comes to all that sort of like holiday stuff. So
yeah, have you done any hobby at all
yeah,
recently?
yeah, I'm almost done. I'm still working on I've been working on the Northern Alliance project. My Snow Troll Prime is pretty much 1 or 2 sessions away from being done. And that's come out pretty good. Happy with that guy. I've gotten all of my train materials in, working on building bases. Like I've gotten a couple bases going for my ice elementals. Doing a little bit of MCP stuff. I'm going to LVO in January for MCP. So a couple of guys left to do for that. So yeah, I have actually been getting a little bit in as much as I can.
Yeah, nice. Well, it's not long for us until we meet the big Mark Cox making his way down for Clash. Yeah, get the.
I still can't believe it. That's insane to me.
That's if they.
What is this? I didn't hear
Texan.
this.
If they let the Texan through to the airport, that's for sure.
Oh, is Mark going to Australia?
Yeah. So we're going to teach him all our best Australian sayings. That's for sure. And then we'll make sure he knows the context to use them in as well.
So, do you guys celebrate Christmas down in Australia, or is it something different? Like, are your trees like hanging from the ceiling or something?
Yeah, exactly. We certainly do. All we just, not many of us will get to experience a white Christmas, that's for sure. You know, we're up around 95 already yesterday. So,
oh my gosh,
95 for the one place in the world using Fahrenheit. But it's it'd be different, very different for you guys, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's been cold here. I think it was 19 this morning. That's in Celsius. So it was legitimately cold. I was like, okay, for Memphis, it's it's like, okay, it's cold. I mean, it's not Wisconsin or Canada, but it's
Jeremy looks like he's lushing out too. You're gonna grow a wide beard.
No. This is getting shaved. I'm going to the barber today. I don't cut my own beard. I only have it done at the barber.
How Californian?
Yeah, I don't do it myself. So if I miss the barber, it gets too crazy. But I am going to the barber today. So
look at him. Isn't life good at the moment, mate?
Yeah, I don't do it myself. I don't shave my own beard. That's like peasant work.
Yeah. So. Who cleans your teeth?
What? Oh, I go to the boss for that.
Yeah.
That is funny though. Like the kids are 6 and 9, and 6-year-old Grant, Stacy will brush his teeth, and I was like, "Come on, he's 6," and she's like, "Oh no, kids suck at brushing their teeth." I know because I'm a dentist orthodontist, so she's in there with them going. Yeah,
that's funny. So she brushes her kids' teeth.
The young one, she will.
Okay. And at some point, though, she will instill the knowledge onto them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. For sure. She's just like a little, when it comes to teeth hygiene, she is make sure everyone is following the rules. And I'm more like laissez-faire. I'm just like, whatever, dude, just don't burn the house down. But so I think they're glad to have me watch them sometimes because I just sort of let them do their own thing. Wow, is that your whose house is that?
That's my house, man. So we went all in this year. Yeah,
fancy. Looks good.
Yeah, so that's what I did for a week, right? Getting the little village out,
What normally hangs over the mantle there? What have you taken away?
There's a giant mirror, and like I was gonna take the things down, but I was like, man, they were like really locked in, and I was like, okay,
Uh-huh.
that's probably. So I don't know. Maybe I'll hang a garland up there or
Yeah.
something. If not, it looks like the walls from the Grinch Stole Christmas. You know, where he's got like the bear hooks where he's taking the stockings off.
Yeah.
So, let's
That's
see.
good.
There's some more pictures in here. Let's see if it'll let me. Yeah. Yeah. So we're big into Christmas villages, which is funny because if you think about it, it's still a lot like our hobby, right? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
terrain, right? And I used to have like I have to at some point I'll pull some pictures out, but I used to have when we first got married and we first moved to Memphis, we had a setup that was 8 feet wide by 4 feet deep, and it was like a modular. It was literally like plaster and wood, and it was like a scape, right? So it's like a city with a river and stuff.
Mm.
Kids, dogs, and like, yeah, this isn't gonna work. So now we just put it all on the shelf. Try to keep it away from some of the people. Man, I've been wrapping presents like a crazy person. It's been awesome. I'm looking forward to Christmas. All my presents are purchased now. I don't have to mess with that anymore. So I'm excited about that. So yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're not that organized, man.
Oh, dude, it's a whole like thing.
Mm.
It's a whole thing. And I tried like reverse psychology on my daughter because she has a set. I'm back up here. She has a village called the North Pole Village. And so I left 2 shelves blank, like empty. I was like, oh, well, that's your village. And I'm like, well, I'm not doing it. So finally, like after 5 days, the stalemate, my wife was like, okay, I'm done. I'm just going to do it because she's not going to do it. So
I can't stand the blank shelves.
no, exactly.
No.
I just like, you've got all these shelves filled except for these 2. We need to fill it up. So yeah, it's a lot of fun though. Back in the day, there's a lot of creativity or a lot of techniques that you could use for a hobby as well. Because, you could paint different pieces, accessories. So yeah, build terrain to go with the city. So yeah, I can't wait to see yours, Matt. It's probably awesome. It's probably like, what do you guys have? Aluminum trees down there in Australia or something?
Yeah, we're pretty mild actually. If I that camera probably wouldn't quite get it behind me actually. No, we've gone to the real tree thing now. So I got that last weekend and keep it reasonably minimal actually here. So yeah, no, you definitely wouldn't see that behind me if I turn the blurring off. But plenty of lights outside, although Florence, my eldest, just keeps bugging me and she's like, oh, we need more lights. So
How many inflatables do you have?
we got no inflatables and it's not that many lights yet, but I'm sure
Okay.
she'll get her way and get some more. But that's the benefit of Christmas in Australia is because it's summer, they can all be solar and it doesn't, other than buying the lights, it doesn't
right,
cost me
'cause-
to run them.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's we got our Christmas lights outside, but I don't go crazy outside the house because it's just it's cold. I don't want something to go off and a plug to get pulled out and I gotta go out there like a Griswold and try to find the bulb that's burned out. Nah, that's for suckers. I mean,
So
go ahead.
do kids in Australia? This is like, I don't know, stupid question. Do you guys in America, public school has summer break, right? Where kids are off school
Yeah.
for a few months in the summer. Do you guys have like a once a year break where kids are off of school? Because I was just going to think, if that's during the summer months, that would be the winter months. So like do kids go off school in Australia? For
at Christmas. Yeah. So they knock off about a week before Christmas for our summer break. So and then they don't go back till basically February. So it's
so they have their vacation still in the summer months. So it's right now. So they're off school right now.
About to be, yeah. Coming up.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So it's the same, and then I think there's a 2-week break about once every 10 weeks. In Australia, they break it into 4 terms.
Gotcha.
I don't know if that's the same there. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Hey, one more thing. I got something. I like to buy stuff for myself instead of like waiting for Christmas. Check this shit out.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Been
excited.
raiding the sex shops recently.
It's crazy, dude.
He's got his own didgeridoo.
No, look at this, dude. Look at this. It's a 1/12 scale G.I. Joe chopper. Isn't that sweet? It goes well with the plane and the tank and everything else, but it's like 3 feet long. I opened it up and put it all together. And I was like, where the hell am I going to put this thing? I had to like completely reorganize everything.
That's awesome. I can't wait for like your next diorama display, and it's going to be that in the middle with all these GI Joes around it, but still in their boxes.
You know what? I have to say I'm a little disappointed because like I made a joke and my wife didn't find it funny, but I have a lot of like the Hallmark ornaments with like nerd stuff where it's like Star Wars and Star Trek. And I have enough to do the whole tree. I have not been able to put those on the tree in like 15 years, dude. Like so I'm almost need to get another tree just for me. Because like
you should have one in that room where you are.
Well, upstairs there's really not enough room to put in our tree. But you know what? You may have taught me into like figure out a way to do it next year. Just put a tree in front of the window. It doesn't have to be that big, a little 4-foot tree, and just cover it. Let your nerd flag fly, right? So yeah.
Oh, that's so good. Hey, you could cut the bottom out of that stand and have a helicopter topper.
Well, my wife should be home soon. I'll have to ask her about that. Hey, what do you think if we have?
I'm just waiting for Rob to come out with the first edition of Go Joe, the G.I. Joe miniatures tactical battle game. Have they ever done a G.I. Joe miniatures game?
Well, not particularly, no. But there are, talking about Australia, there's a game, it's called Traybots, which is like G.I. Joe mixed with Transformers on the table. And it's not licensed or anything, but like it's G.I. Joe, not G.I. Joe, not Transformers, but is Transformers. It's pretty cool. And then Renegade Games here.
G.I. Joe without the E on the end.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And then Renegade Games has licensed it from Hasbro. So they have a G.I. Joe RPG now, and it has models. And
that I did see some of
and the models are great. I have all the models. I've painted them up. They're super fun. And they have a bunch of board games, some of which are it's not really a miniature battle game, but it's a tabletop game with miniatures.
Okay.
But yeah, we do need to do that, man. That'd be freaking awesome. And on that note, have you guys played Halo yet? I've been playing the crap out of it. It's been fun.
Well, I find that interesting because I don't know if it was to us, but I think it was also on one of the casts. Probably to Mike. I think you guys talked about you didn't know how replayable it would be.
Yeah, I still don't know. Like down the road, like I still don't know if I'm gonna hit a wall. Like, okay, we've done 4-on-4 Slayer or Oddball, whatever. Like, I'm bored now. But so far, there's enough scenarios and enough replay value in terms of the mix of different Spartans you can take on your team, or if you mix in the Covenant Brutes, or the Elites, I guess they're called. I don't know. I'm not a Halo expert, but it's been fun. The demo they give you is really great. It's a 2-on-2, like the lists are kind of pre-configured. Who goes first is pre-configured. All the options are pre-configured. Like it really holds your hand, and they give you a special map. So like it's a smaller map, and it's super awesome. So I still don't know if I'm gonna paint the models, right? Like because I have so much stuff to paint. Like I don't know, but it's been fun. I'm gonna say it. I like it better than Dead Zone because it's faster.
Interesting.
Because
it's faster. It's faster. Like it's bloodier. It's like so. I'm just take this with a grain of salt. I am not an expert on Halo, but the Spartans have shields that regenerate, right? So the whole point of it is you got to work in tandem. So you've got to go in there and knock the guy's shields down, and then another buddy later has to activate and then take them out because you regenerate one of your 2 shields, 1 per turn. So if you can knock them out in a turn, anybody else that shoots or hits that same person, they don't have to get through the shields, right? So what I'm saying is it's bloody. Like if you really use the things in concert, it can be very, very bloody. So, all right. Well, I know we've rambled on for like 20 minutes, and people are like, "This is not why I'm here."
You mean person?
Well, yeah. Well, there was 2, but the dragonfly must have scared them away. They're like, I don't want those missiles.
Yeah. Well, let's get into it. So finally, for our winners, we're going to do the first award first, and the first one is the Enlightened One. So the person who set and met all their goals in the Hobby Challenge 2024. In the case of a tie, Enlightened Jeremy shall choose the winner from how creatively they describe their goals. Now, there were a lot of people who met their goals. So Jeremy has had his work cut out for him. He's had to scour goals, see who was creative, he'll probably, when we let him have the floor, talk about his love of smart goals and why they're so important. And then he's going to tell us who he's picked as the winner of the
Way
Enlightened
to
Wonder
put
Award.
me on the spot.
Yeah.
I've decided that no one man should hold such a strong
Oh,
weight on his
here
shoulders.
we go.
So
Rob.
we're gonna decide
is
this.
why
We're gonna
we
decide
said if
this.
we do it live, he had to. We're going to make him choose.
We're gonna decide collectively.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. All right. So, okay, we can do that. But I think you'll have to. You'll get the casting vote, Rob. Sorry, Jeremy.
Okay, sure.
All right. So I'll just go to our chat. Speaking of putting us on the spot, I'm going to get in there first. I'm going to say,
Maybe but how many people actually did meet all of the goals they set out for themselves? Like a handful?
it was like a good 15 or something.
Nice.
So about
Wow.
I think there was about 8 people that scored every single point possible.
Wow.
But in terms of meeting their goals, there were a lot for
Yeah.
every week. And then there were a whole bunch who really only missed out on the first month, who got in later.
Mhm.
But yeah, my favorites were Ollie's.
He stole my thunder, but I'll.
That's
I'll
why I
let
want to say it first. I thought you'd pick that.
Yeah. You knew it. You son of a bitch. You knew it. Jeremy, you want me to go second, or you want to go second?
No, you go for it.
You sure?
Yes.
I like. So I do like Ollie's. I think that's really like his goals. But I also. So are we? Let me think. Let me. You threw me a curveball, Matt, because I was set to go, and then now you're like, So, you know what? I'll just say Ollie. Done. We both said the same thing.
Oh, we've got 2 votes, and I'm going to bring up.
I like the way not only his army, the way it's painted, but I like the propaganda type, almost Starship Troopers type write-ups that went with.
Well,
the goals,
that's what we're dealing with exactly right now. Nothing else but the propaganda.
Yeah. And that's what I liked about it.
Nothing else but the
really
goals.
what I liked about it. I was like, oh, it's so cool, man. It was very, it was great. It was great. So sorry, Jeremy. That is a man in concentration.
Yeah.
I'm going to while Jeremy's thinking, I might share one of Ollie's to get an idea
that'd be great.
about that.
Well, his first one that he kicked it off with was really good.
Yeah, I think the one I've got up right now is not quite his first. There we go. So there we go. Incoming message.
You could zoom it in a little bit, maybe, Matt. If you zoom in, you should be able to just. There you go. We can see it. That looks better.
Yeah, so this is an example, and so Ollie did this every month. So basically, this punch out of a report. This ended up quite a conflict for me, Rob and Jeremy, across all the categories when I was looking at it, because I really liked the firefight stuff.
Well,
and still having that played a game on the table.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, some of the firefight stuff was jumping off the page, right? It was awesome.
So now it's up to Jeremy whether he is going to use his power to outvote both of us, or whether he's going to jump on board the Ollie train.
Well, I liked some of Adrian Scott's stuff.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
I like the sort of Golok Imperial intelligence feel to his some of the goals, and like there was one post where he had like the heavy hand trader, you know what I mean? So I thought that had some cool flavor to
I'll
it.
get an example of that up for us too. Okay.
Because you think Golok would have like his whole Imperial spy circle.
Yeah. So to your Majesty, High King Golok, I'm pleased to report that my agents have acquired intelligence that will compromise the nominal leader of the Stone Speaker Covenant. Yeah, and again, Adrian pretty much put that much effort in for every month. So yeah. I certainly think if we want to swing towards the fantasy guys. I'd be
Jeremy's
very
got the power
pleased to
here.
see Adrian a
He's-
winner.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he's gonna get a couple extra points.
Ooh.
Or I don't know, like when in case of a tie, do we go to the Kings of War?
You're on mute, Rob.
It's Jeremy's decision. So whatever he wants to
It
go
is
with.
Jeremy's decision,
man.
and I'm enjoying
Normally-
this. I'm enjoying that he's
you know
using
what the
his
problem
power
is?
to outvote
The
us.
best part
No.
though is that we put him in a compromising position because he could have just agreed with one of us, but since we both agreed together, it's like
Yeah.
he has to
Who is
really
this
throw his
man?
weight.
Yeah.
Who
It's
is-
like he's gonna
who
have to
is
go.
this?
Look, I'm the president. Okay.
No, it's just normally I'm more involved with the hobby challenges, but this year, as many of you know, I was gone for all of October, just with family health stuff. So I don't feel like I'm as vested this year in absolutely every single person's entry. So giving me all the power this year is like horrible idea. Whose idea was this? So you guys both picked.
Definitely.
We both picked
Oh.
Ollie, but you can
Then-
pick whoever you
no,
want.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna.
No, Jeremy.
No, we got
no.
to twist his arm a little bit. I mean, it's
No,
obvious
no.
he's in love with Adrian Scott.
No, Adrian, I loved your stuff, but I'm gonna go as the pure radical left, socialist, communist that I am. I'm gonna go with the group and say Rob.
No, that's not
and Matt-
communism. If you were Stalin, you would just do what you wanted to do.
I would just
and
kill
tell
him.
everybody
I
else
would
they're going to
just-
pay for it.
I would murderize him. No, we'll go with the consensus, which is Ollie, right? So, way to go, bud.
Okay, so Ollie, you win our Enlightened One award. We'll be in touch with what that may be. Rob's GI Joe helicopter.
Yeah, maybe. I have one in box too. Don't worry.
My God.
Yeah,
That's one of the three, right, Rob?
No,
Because
dude, it was over $300 a
okay,
piece.
so only two.
So no, we're not
only
buying
two?
three. But here's the
Okay.
funny part. You know what my wife's giving me for Christmas? The boxed one,
Oh, nice.
and I wrapped it myself.
There you go. Take control of your own destiny.
Yeah, exactly. Take control of your own destiny.
That is funny.
All right.
Um,
So next one, are we into Grand Poobah of points?
We've got the Grand
that next?
Poobah of points, which I mentioned there were 8 people, right? So in the background, I'm going to do a draw here, and we're going to.
And we're not doing double winners, right? Like we're not going to do.
Not
there's
doing
3
double
awards,
winners.
right? Yeah.
Yep. So Ollie's our Enlightened One, right? And now we've got the draw for. So I think let me just recount that actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we had 8 who achieved their goal. They also used Mantic Minis, and then by the end they had 1,300 points. And the winner for that is Christopher Harper. He did his Twilight Kin. So I'll see if I can bring up a picture of that from the final post. I'll tell you what, it was I'm always dumb with these things, guys, and that I do not go through them month by month when they're happening. And then I end up having to, do it all at the one time. So Chris was doing the Twilight Kin, and he's the one. I don't know if you remember seeing the nets. So here's the picture of his final army. What are the netted ones in Twilight Kin, Jeremy? The ones that basically have their slaves. They're
The
meant
ones
to be
that
the
have
mixed
snare,
unit.
right?
There's the Fleet Wardens, and it's not the Fleet Wardens.
Not the
it's
ensnare ones. It's the one with phalanx, right? They have the spears. No, I don't know.
God.
Is it?
Come on, aren't
is
you
it
the
the
Twilight Kin player? Oh,
Tormentors?
you know what, Matt? He doesn't play Twilight Kin anymore.
I don't.
Hmm.
So, hold on.
It's not the Fleet Wardens.
Here we go. So this was Chris's army. So I'm talking about these guys here. Remember, he was doing the ones from the back.
Yeah. The
God, what are they?
You guys are terrible. At least
We
I
are
don't.
so
I can say
bad.
I don't play Twilight Kin.
So bad.
People have told me multiple times. I keep forgetting.
You looked it up, but you
Wranglers.
pa-
The Wranglers. That's it.
Oh, the ones with
The
the
Void
with the
Wranglers.
Reapers. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. Speaking of, I've still got to buy some more models for my Firefight army in January.
Well,
And
then
then
it's
it's the
by the
Void
way,
Walkers who have the ensnare.
Mm.
So the Void Walkers are the ones that don't have phalanx, and they're the ones with ensnare. And then
Yeah, they're the other
ones-
of the two types of infantry.
right. The other ones are Fleet Wardens, right? The
Yeah,
ones
Fleet
with
Wardens are
phalanx.
Void Walkers. Yeah, Fleet Wardens are the spears, essentially.
Mm. So, what we're going to do now. Whoop. Did that go? I'll close the window. Yep. Is I'm going to have to reopen that. So Chris has won our what do we call that one? The Grand Poobah of points. So well done, Chris. And now we're going to pick our favorite armies. So I'm just going to go back to that final post to remind us all of some of the armies that are on offer, and each of us is going to pick a favorite. And then Jeremy is going to. Oh, you've got it, Rob.
Yeah, I was gonna.
No.
I can pull it up actually. Well, are you just pulling up? You're just pulling up the thread, right, with all the pictures.
Yeah, I'm just going to pull up the thread.
Yeah, I can do that. I have it up.
So we may as well have a quick recap of, and if you click on the comments button, you'll just have to like the 118 comments. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will
You want to
say I
scroll
was
through them,
really,
or is there? Go ahead.
I think just maybe if there's an army pick as we go down through, so we can
Sure.
remind ourselves.
we had great
of what everyone
participation.
produced.
We did have great
Yeah, it was
participation
awesome.
this go around.
Yeah, so I was going to touch on that actually. So in the end, at various points, we actually had 66 people participate at various
That's
points.
so awesome.
Yeah, and there was in the end a significant number who were participating most months. So it was a really good challenge in the end. So this is what Adrian Scott produced.
This is what Adrian had. Yeah, great army. We've talked about it a few times, right? But I like the use of the foam to give the rock, and then just add in bits of, he's got some of the plastic mantic dwarves down here. He's got, just some different. I mean, I guess this is an not iron beast. That's the halflings, but
Steel
this is
Behemoth.
the steel behemoth. Thank you. Yeah, it's super cool. And I guess these are probably iron guard, maybe.
Yeah, I think anything that's got the cork on it were variations on.
Is a defense 6 unit.
Defense 6 unit. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Super cool. Super cool.
Yeah. So Adrian was one of the ones. He ticked almost all the boxes, I think. Then we had Troy did his Rift Forge Orcs. This was the really vibrant.
Man,
color
it pops.
scheme one.
I don't know.
Mm.
Did he say if he shot this in a with a black light? But I think it'd be cool if it didn't, or under UV or something. I think it would glow in the dark, man. It's really. It almost looks like an aquarium to me.
Yeah. It's really true.
Great. It's really great.
And all Mantic as well. And then our boy Jordan Nichols.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
This is
having
my
seen this army in person, it's not.
Spoiler alert! This is my favorite.
Ooh, okay. All right, here we go. Is he crowed early? Is he given the army?
It's pretty sweet though. I can't really fault him for the pick. I mean, if you're watching this later and you haven't gone in and look at the models, go look at these paint jobs,
It's
man.
really
It is pretty exceptional stuff. And then we had Paige, who I am a big fan of. Let's see if Paige has a picture of his whole army. I guess I don't see a whole army picture, but we can grab. He's got his giant. So it's his. Yeah, I don't know if he has a picture of his whole army, but it's really cool. A lot of dudes with top knots, and he has that whole Mongol.
Paige is
Mongol
Paige
feel.
is a great theme. When he builds his armies, they always have a really good theme.
And then we had Tony Gavel. Looks cool. Dwarves. I guess it's free dwarves because he's got birds in the back. So that's pretty cool. I don't know what range he's using. Maybe Highland Miniatures. I don't know if he ever said. Oh yeah, he said free dwarves over here. But yeah, it's great looking army. I like this. I like the handles in the middle, Jeremy.
Yeah.
This one might be a little too phallic for me, but these ones are in particular very good. Let's see. We've got Rafa. Let's see if he's got some pictures. Hopefully he's got a. no photo available. I don't know if my thing is just
That's his.
taking a long.
I think that's most of it there anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, so cool looking ogres. I really like the snow basing for the ogres. I haven't seen that before, so I think that's cool. And the fact that they're from the Mammoth Staff, it would make sense that they would be on snow. So excellent job there as well. And then we got our boy Jeremy Altman out of up on the Great White North. Yeah. So let's see if he's got he doesn't really have pictures of that, but I like the Balrog that he's used. And I can't remember, is this a GW
we discussed
model?
where this was from.
No,
I can't
Raging
remember.
Heroes. I have
Raging
this
Heroes.
design.
Thank you. It's Raging Heroes.
I have this
That's-
model. Yeah.
Yeah, it's super cool. Super cool. Then we got Roger. Got some fire elementals. He must be, yeah, so he's doing a Sally. Looks like he's got a captain over there. I haven't seen Roger in forever. He's still in Texas, right, Jeremy? I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Then
Oh,
we
yeah,
got
there's
Scott
Scott
Sally.
Slee.
Oh, this guy always post. Does he? Yeah, there it is. Look at this army. Look how big it is.
Mm.
Crazy. It's crazy how big it is. You know, and I really want to paint some of these up because these guys are now on the vault, right? The Undead Worm Riders,
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sand Riders, whatever they're called. Yeah. Then we've got Chris Harper. Let's see if we've got any more pictures here.
Yeah, so that's yeah, we just had a look at that.
That's pretty awesome. Love it. I like the Mind Screech. And I really like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's like the little like it's a
Little bit of the
portal. I'm not
void
sure,
or
but there's
something.
like tentacles
Yeah.
coming out. It's really cool. Again, we're only hitting the highlights here. If you haven't had a chance to deep dive into this, you really should go in and look at the individual. Now, all right, so we'll get into this one. So, spoiler alert, this is my favorite. So, Nicholas is from Wisconsin, and I had a chance to see this army up and close and personal. It is freaking cool. It's got a great theme, and actually, I should probably grab the picture of his whole army. That's probably what I should do. Look at that. Look how awesome that is. The basing's cool, and in fact, I believe it's Maison Labs. So you can see the GCPS portion is done in black, and then the Plague portion is done in white basing.
So cool.
So he basically has two armies in one, right? Which is really awesome. It's awesome. Really, really great job. Really great theme. I love the asphalt that he did on the GCPS bases. Yeah, the attention to detail. Go ahead.
I misheard you then when you said asphalt. I thought you said asshole.
Oh no.
I love the asphalt.
But I do want to give a shout out to Daniel, because so Daniel over here, it's his McDonald's army, and it's totally awesome. But I didn't catch it until a couple days when I was looking at this. He says, and activated on planet Thacken. That's the street that my mom and him live on. So I was like, oh, that's hilarious. But McMazon, man, he's the king of puns. Daniel King hasn't been around in a while, so we needed a new king of puns. So one Daniel to another.
King Dan as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. I don't think we got any other pictures. Let's see. All right, then we've got Josh Edwards, who this Sunday we have an episode with Josh coming out where we just talk about being new to the hobby. And Josh is crazy because he's only been playing since June, and he's already got 2,400 points of Trident Realms. He started a second army. He's listened to like our back catalog. He's moved on to Direct Misfire. He's completely nuts, but we love him because he's a very passionate person. He's super positive.
Shouldn't take him long to get through Direct Misfire. It's only 2 episodes a year.
Hey, you know what's really funny? You haven't listened to the episode, but I had a whole discussion about, well, who has the better mat? Countercharge or Direct Misfire? I tried to goad him into like, well, isn't Salik better than Crozier? He's got more hair, and he wasn't taking none of the bait. The guy is just he's unflappable, man. He's unflappable. So I was very disappointed because you know how I like to give you crap, but
I love it. If you're gonna give it, you got to take it.
Oh my gosh, look at this! Look at this, Justin's army. Look at that.
This man is crazy.
Yeah, he was crazy when we did the previous challenges. He's been crazy the whole time.
So good.
I love it though.
Yeah,
and
so this is
the
all
very muted
in the time frame.
look.
Can you see the points on the right? 16, 15 Marauders, 38, 27 of play.
Over almost 7,000 points total. Like, he's got 3 armies
You're on
there.
mute, Jeremy.
You're on mute still. I can unmute him. Maybe I can't. Cannot.
Oh,
and
I
you
just
guys
saying that's insane.
It is
7,000
yeah.
points. That's crazy.
7,000 points in 5 months.
It's just insane.
Mhm.
crazy. Then we got Christopher Lindemann, which these are awesome. This is the one. Remember, it had the what's the guy? The little winged. He was flying the Pharaoh. But he had him raised up like he was flying. It's super.
Mm.
Love the basing on these, and I love the models. I love the paint job here. So really great job. See if he's got a picture of. I don't know if he's got a whole army picture or not. I don't think he does. No, it doesn't look like he does. Then we've got our boy from Omaha, Russ Barnes. So this
Omaha.
whole army, 2,625 points.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, nice.
And those are Basilean. So he's got the Panther Riders, he's got some Panthers, he's got some Alohi. So I mean, really great stuff. I don't think he's got anything else over there. So we'll go keep pushing down. We have a lot to get through, guys. We got Jeremy Bear. Look at this. Love the color scheme. The brighter blue is really interesting. Normally people are like whites and like dark colors or muted colors, but this is more vibrant than I'm used to seeing for a Northern Alliance army.
The highest percentage of Kings of War with the total points were Australians. They're good participators in our hobby challenge.
What does that say about Australians? You guys have too much free time on your hands, or what does that say?
No, we're just more about community than you lot, I guess.
All right. Well, this was Ollie Smith's.
That's
army.
Ollie. Yeah.
We've touched on this one, but like, guys, the basing on this is out of control, man. I really like the Martian dirt, and I don't know about you guys, but the way he's painted up, which looks like the Rangers in the darker colors, and the more Marines and veterans and stuff in the whites. Chef's kiss, really great, really great.
Good palette choices in that army.
And then we got David Musgrave, who this is just crazy. The basing, how they all integrate and they tell like a little, almost like a bazaar or a shop, really great. Yeah. I also like his comment. I regret to inform you that at present recruitment has been less than expected. What a way to say he didn't hit his goal. I love it. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
He's into character. Then we get some more David Musgrave. He's been doing some Night Stalkers.
Oh, I can't wait.
I love that
this is in the list that Luke has written for me for my firefight. I can't wait to grab one of those.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's using it in, I'm assuming he's using maybe a Gordrake or something. He's using it in, or a Void Lurker probably, right? In Kings of War. Right, but that is such a cool model. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about a model that there's no rules about painting it. Then we got Marshall Temple.
Don't you think don't you think it's weird that they haven't made kind of? Is that the one I'm thinking of, or is it different? Is that the Firefight Night Stalker model or not?
Yeah, right here.
Different?
This is it.
Yeah,
this is it.
Yeah,
like the big flyer.
It's
it's
that they
their
haven't
flyer.
made. Yeah, that they haven't made rules for it in Kings of War.
I just think that they probably don't need to have another big flyer in Kings. They could just use that model as, I mean, they already have the Gordrake and the Void Lurker, right? That fly.
Yeah, but which of these models came first? Was it the fantasy ones or this?
Yeah, I mean, the fantasy ones were around first, and then this was added earlier it's
so
a little
cool.
later. Yeah, it is very cool. And I love the color scheme, and I love the blood. We don't need to talk about this guy.
You can skip those.
We can.
Host can't win anyway.
Yeah. Well, you did a pretty good job on the basing. It looks pretty good. Are these 3D printed trees too? I like
what's
that.
Up
right?
with this? What's up with this amateur rim job right here?
It's a little sloppy. I'm not.
You got to have your nice, clean,
That's
tight
snow
rim
over
job.
the edge, mate. That's snow over the edge.
Nah.
What? Come on, you guys, Mr. We Paint Rocks. Is snow well confined amongst edges? Guys, seriously.
But you did use 3D printed trees that make a good handle,
good,
so I'll give you that.
Good verticality in that base.
A couple of yellow bits of snow in there somewhere.
Yeah, no, they look good.
We got Mr. Collins.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Paul's army.
It's it's not disparaging. It's just a simple, well executed paint job, right?
Yeah.
It does what it says on the tin, and it looks
and
awesome.
I really like too when you get a nice contrast between base.
Well,
and models,
the magenta against like the gold color, really great.
Yeah, and then the base isn't doing too much to take away from the models. 100%.
It's very muted, right? Like it gives a very nice frame for the models to jump off of.
Mm.
Then we've got Tommy Hubble. Freaking great. And I like this one because this is very much like a classic G.I. Joe or a classic Imperial Guard look. Definitely has that look. And what tank is that? That looks like a
Wolverine, the one that they
is that
use.
the actual Wolverine model?
Yeah,
That's cool. It just is another turret, right? They made it into an APC, I guess. Yeah, Wolverine
yeah, that's
APC.
that model.
That's cool. I haven't seen it in that configuration. I may have to buy some now. It's pretty sweet. Let's see if there's anybody else. Oh, here's the finished army. Crap! That's a lot of armor. Now I have no idea if that's legal or not.
No.
Did we see Max K's army, or was he not? Did he not?
He
No.
didn't post it the last month.
Are you sure?
Oh, let's go back and look.
I'm wondering if you didn't at the top, have you selected all comments, or just does it come up as
I looked. I didn't see.
well, yeah, so see oh, yeah,
all
it is
comments. Yeah, it's all comments. I didn't see him.
I swear I missed it the first time too, but then when I went back, I was sure it was there.
Did he add a comment to somebody else's stuff? Maybe.
Maybe. I'll just have a look in a separate window as well, just in case.
Okay, because I liked his army a lot.
Yeah, that's the one where it was elves, right? And he
Yeah.
converted, using some like Northern Alliance, some of the Icekin elf models, I think, to make them mounted and stuff. It did a great job.
Mm.
I don't think I was looking for it. Oh, we do need to shout out Christopher. Make sure that you're taking care and following proper safety procedures.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than getting cut. Well, 14 replies. Let's see if we
So Jeremy, while we're trying to find this, what's after your prime? Have you got an idea of what you'll move on to next?
Oh yeah, probably ice elementals.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to decide if I'm going to paint, if I'm going to do like a off-white or white prime, and then do the ice like with inks and glazes, or if I'm just going to prime them black and paint them blue and then work up like more traditional style. So I'm not quite sure how I want to paint them, but they're probably next.
Yeah, I struggled with the ice elementals, thinking like, oh, how can I make these, a bit different? But I
Yes.
think were you, and in the end, I was kind of like, I still went more traditional. But
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I-
I'm
I
going to
think
try to
it-
experiment with those.
yeah, nice. I think you're right, Rob. I can't see it there, but I was sure it was there.
Yeah. So I've already said my piece. I like the Maison Labs. I was gonna see if I can pull that army back up. Let's share it again. That was my favorite. Is the one from Nicholas Mack. I can pull it up real quick and see. Boom, pull us back on the stage. So this is the one that I was like, I like it. Jeremy, did you have a favorite?
Just special shout out to Jordan. Obviously we can't pick someone who's on the show, but really great army. And I really like Mac's army from earlier in the thing, but can we not go with someone who didn't put in the last
Well,
post?
here we go, guys. It was Max had done it, but
Oh, he
just,
did it separate post, probably. Yeah,
He did a
you know how
separate
those
post.
Australians, they don't ever follow the rules.
Yeah. So here we go. I knew he'd completed it in the right time frame. Boom.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
That's
hard to argue.
That's
with
getting.
that.
We all get to pick one, and that I don't know. Well, Jeremy hasn't. I guess we have got to be fair, and so Rob, you're going with your favorite,
Nicholas Mack. Yeah.
right? And then Jeremy, you're picking
Max, yeah.
Oh, you're picking Max. All right.
Yeah.
And then I'll go back to then Ollie Smith, and now we have to convince Jeremy which one to pick, and
Okay.
we got to see whether he's going to stay strong on Max.
Well, what's
or-
interesting is all we got to do is he just has to realize that he always tells us how great Firefight is. Yet he is the only one that didn't pick a Firefight army. You notice that, Pat?
Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We've both picked firefight armies. So if we were going to convince him, we would lean into that, that he should feel guilty that he actually hasn't picked a firefight army. Otherwise, he wouldn't be backing what he says about how good a game.
Well, actually, my
firefight is.
first choice was a firefight army, but it was
True.
a contributor. So,
So Max, what
True,
he's
it was
saying is you're
Jordan.
his second choice. That's what he's saying.
Yeah. Yeah,
More like a
actually, and I
one-
should
more
shout
like
that
a
out. I
1B.
should shout that out. I would have
Yeah, I would
probably
have
picked
probably
Jordan
yeah.
too if it wasn't if it
Yeah,
wasn't
he is
for
a
him being
contributor,
a
so we're like,
contributor.
and the guy is a pro painter. Like it's it's hard to beat him. So it's a great army.
And so, Rob, I'll bring that down, and then
Yeah.
you'll remind Jeremy of how good Nicholas Mack's efforts
Sure.
were.
okay, cool. I do like it. Very nice. Good.
And the
Solid.
intelligent part here is that he's got two armies in one. So he's got Maison Labs,
intelligent
but the
part.
fact that he based them
He is
separately,
doubling his
yet
pleasure.
still
yes.
integrated them from color theory. So like, the black base guys are the GCPS part, and the white base guys are the plague part, right? So you
Uh-huh.
could play them separately as two different firefight armies, or you can play them together. It's like
okay,
peanut
point
butter
taken.
and jelly. You can have you can have a delicious sandwich.
Uh-huh.
God, you're making me want to really argue for Max's. That's have you still got? Where's Ollie's?
I've got it
gone?
up. I can. Who do you want me to bring up?
Or
Ollie's?
bring up Ollie's.
Yeah, Ollie's in here.
Did he have a final one? He did, didn't he?
He does.
That we saw at the start.
Let's see if I can just go. Ollie. There we go. Here. Oh, sorry. So there's his model.
I mean, just look at that detail in there. Incredible. That white color scheme, white
like
can
the
be
chipping.
so hard to
look
paint.
at the chipping here, man. And
Oh,
look,
the
he's
detail-
even
and
got
look,
the marking.
look at
with
that
it
dirt
faded.
in the tread, Jeremy. Look at the level of detail. on
Jeremy
that.
also not only a firefight guy, he's all about the weathering pigments. And this guy's got it
Yeah.
in spades, man.
Mm.
Embarrassing.
Yeah.
And like even look at the gun it looks used, and there's look at that. How could you not choose something like that with that level of effort of detail and
And
the
look, the purple
simplicity
hair,
on the
that's
regular
right up your alley. You like
basing, so
purple
that
hair, right,
white
Jeremy?
pops out?
Oh, he
Oh.
has punk girl head
Yes.
swaps. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
that's like
Here we
that's like
go.
tough
Wobble.
for children. Yeah.
Yeah, why did Jeremy's camera just lift?
Yeah, exactly.
it's- how could you turn away
Wow,
from
it's close.
such delicious painting as this?
It is close.
So we've got Ollie, we've got Nicholas
Mack, and then we've got
and
Max
we've got
K.
Max K.
Now,
But
is this
only
for
one-
bragging?
only two
and
of them-
Jeremy,
one of them
the
is
man
King's War.
that the great
Remind me.
equalizer.
Remind
Yeah.
me. Is this just for bragging rights, or what is this? Someone winning something here, or what? What am I actually deciding? I forget.
Who's the best looking army?
Okay.
Who's the favorite army? And I reckon I'll back them in with an army box of their choice.
Okay, since we are a lover of all great shows, I'm gonna pivot, and we're gonna
Oh, you made him
we're gonna pivot.
wobble.
we're gonna give 2 awards: the best firefight army award and the best Kings of War army award. And
What
you
a-
will buy
what
an
a
army box, and I
lame-
will buy an
Yeah.
army box. So we're
Okay.
gonna give
All right.
both, because they're both really good. And I think Max's attention to theme and multi-basing is really good.
Yeah.
And Ollie's attention to weathering and damage and realism is really good. I want to reward both these people because really great work. So they're going to share the championship, and then we will Matt and I will get each of you guys a army box of your choice.
That's awesome, Jeremy, and I like that outcome.
Well, that works out well
actually, in
too,
the
Max,
end.
'cause you
Even
take care
though
of Max.
even though he didn't fall on one side, because like when we brought up that picture of Max's again, I just forgot that again. It's like it's not too detailed, but just how popping it is and the level of effort with the conversions. I think, and
Yeah,
it's
a
so
lot of work went into
depressing
that.
with Max that he's such a good painter and hobbyist as well, and just like an elite game player. He'd be one like over there. He'd be competing for your overall awards, all the time.
Yeah, no, it's a good theme. He's got all the fall colors. He's got all these nice warm colors. And then, like you said, Ollie's conversions, all his weathering, the attention to detail on that army looks fantastic. So I'm happy to reward both those. You know, in a group of a lot of awesome. You guys did so great this go around. So nice to
just to recap,
acknowledge both.
we had the Enlightened one who was Ollie, right? And we've also picked him as one of our favorite 2 armies.
Oh, yeah, and we said no double ups.
No. Listen, I got a plan here. So we're
Okay.
giving him an army box. And then Max has one favorite army, and he's getting an army box. So whoever Grand Poobah points, that was Charles Harper, he's getting an army box for B. So I think that's it. We got 3 winners.
Well,
There we
there you
go.
go. There's 3 of us. So
Done.
Wonderful. Beautiful.
And we'll
So,
figure out who. Obviously, Matt's going to take Max because he's in Australia. I'm not shipping this.
Chris
damn
Chris
thing.
is actually in Australia too.
Well, then we'll transfer some money then. But yeah, because
Yeah.
shipping is
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Oh, exactly. And they'll both be at Clash, so I can
Fantastic.
deliver you your army boxes in
okay.
in.
all right.
in
So
January.
who's
Matt's
got
going to
left?
reach
Is it-
out to the 3 winners,
Okay.
and we'll orchestrate all that stuff behind the scenes. So
Yeah.
congratulations to everybody.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah,
guys.
where's Ollie from?
I think he's
Is
U.S.
he
isn't he?
UK
Let's see. Let me see.
or US?
Oh, he's got to be U.S. right? I'm going to his Facebook page.
I just wasn't sure because it was actually Mantic Model, so I didn't know. If
I don't
it'd be
know. I
US.
think it might be. No, wait. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't. I don't know.
Let us know where you live.
Is that
and we
is
will
that
give you
Australia?
stuff.
No, it's not Australia. Is it?
Because we're not sharing it. I don't know what you're looking at.
All right. I can bring it back up. It says. Where's it? at?
Glamorgan. No, Glamorgan. That's somewhere in the
In the UK.
In the UK.
Oh yeah, the Vale of Glamorgan.
Yeah.
Was they
Well,
live
I
in
thought it was like
nowhere?
made up, like
What's
a
going on?
fantasy realm or something.
Yeah.
Like it's in Panathor. Because it's
From
got
me.
that kind of tint. So yeah, we'll
Okay.
we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out.
Excellent. Well done, everyone. It was a good year. I got no idea what we're going to do next year. Got no idea. I'll tell you what I will do though. That if I'm the one tracking it, I'll track it month to month, so I don't have to do it all in one go at the end. Yeah. Well, we'll have to come up with something. You know, we've had our Jeremy themed one.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, were you proud of the smart goals, Jeremy?
It was good. I think people got a lot done. It was exciting to see everyone's progress. I think one for me that stands out is when Mantic models are painted by really good painters, you can do really exciting stuff. Not just, when you're looking at it through the lens of full armies, you can really do some nice armies. And I think we saw that both in Kings, and then also I think Firefight really stepped up to the table this hobby challenge, and seeing what people can do with those great models. So as far as Mantic being a great company for armies, I think we got to see a lot of really great armies this go round.
For sure.
Do we know what we're gonna
well,
do next?
might leave-
We're still thinking about it.
As in hobby
Maybe we
challenge.
can unveil it in the January fireside. What our next?
Yeah, let's think about it. Ruminate over the holidays.
Yeah. Yeah, I got no idea. I'll
No
have to
idea.
think about it. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, we'll release it in the. Will January fireside or February fireside?
We have a January fireside. We will have a January fireside. We can do it then. If
Yeah.
it wants to start like in February or March, I think that'd be all right to lay out the
Yeah.
details.
Yeah.
So you're hearing here
All right.
Well, I have
January.
an
We will
I-
tell
I
you
have
all the
some
details
ideas.
of the next fires of the next.
And I have some ideas. We'll discuss off
Okay.
air.
Well, guys, been good
Congrats to
chatting
our
with you.
winners.
Yeah,
Well,
congratulations.
good to see you guys. Good
Yeah.
to see your faces. Good to see the 2 people watching. And we'll.
Now down to one
Until-
because he's not a winner. That person.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well done to our winners. Until next time, guys, you keep countercharging.